All right. Well, welcome back to those of you that are returning. And if you're just joining, let me allow my let me can't even talk. Allow me to reintroduce myself to you. There we go. My name is Luke Van Blerkum. I'm part of the undergraduate admission staff hosting these virtual open house for you guys. And we are excited to next introduce a few of my colleagues from our iSTEM programs at UCF. Now, iSTEM is kind of like an umbrella that encompasses a majority of our Compass and Excel programs. And what we'll do is we'll allow Dr. Melissa Dagley to introduce herself along with her colleague Sarah Evans. They'll kind of do a brief overview of the program, and then we'll have a little bit of time at the end for some Q&As to be able to address any questions that you have about anything they've discussed so far. Without further ado, I will turn it over to Dr. Dagley.
Thank you, Luke. We're thrilled to be here this evening. I want to say a quick hello, and I'm going to share my screen, but I wanted you to be able to see Miss Evans as well. Our coordinator who for the Excel and Compass program who is here with us this evening. So let me go ahead and get things started here. And so hopefully everyone can see my screen there. Make sure I am sharing properly. Want to talk to you a little bit about two of the programs that we coordinate in the Center for Initiatives in STEM. And these are our, what I will call our primary or base programs that have been around now for Excel almost 15 years. And so we've been able to really show that these programs are work for students who are studying in a STEM discipline. And we really just want to take some time to provide some information for you this evening, and then hopefully answer any questions that you may have about the programs themselves. So I want to start off with, why would someone want to be studying in a STEM degree? Why would you be interested in this? Lots of times I will talk to people about, well, there are lots of career opportunities. Over the next 5 years, there are going to be a shortage of over 2 million engineers and scientists in the United States. People are retiring, new jobs are being created. And so there's a great opportunity here to be able to find gainful employment upon graduation, which I'm sure all of the parents are very interested in for their students. Additionally, what we're finding nowadays is that a lot of the CEOs from the Fortune 500 companies are holding STEM degrees, where in the past it used to be more of the liberal studies or the business degrees. More of them like Google, Microsoft, Verizon, AT&T, and some of the other tech companies are being led by individuals that have a STEM background of some sort. I will also tell you that research shows that graduates with a bachelor's degree in STEM, in a STEM discipline, earn more over the course of their lifetime than some graduates with PhDs in non-STEM disciplines. So these are all great reasons that you would be interested in choosing a STEM major while you're here at UCF. But I'm going to tell you that you want to be a STEM major because you're someone who wants to make a difference in the world, who wants to really facilitate change, and has a passion and real motivation for what they're wanting to do in that STEM major. And that's really important because that's going to be something that you need as you're going through your 4 years at the university to keep you motivated in these sometimes rigorous STEM degrees. If you were here a little bit earlier, you got to hear from the different colleges really about the programs that they have out there. And they are rigorous. And so we wanted to provide some support for students that are going through these STEM majors. And so one of our programs, our longest running program, is the Excel program, originally funded by the National Science Foundation. This program started again, as I mentioned, in 2006, with the goal to really increase the success of STEM students in their first 2 years of college, because we know that it's those first 2 years where students struggle the most as they're really making that transition from high school to a university setting, and we want to be there to support. We recruit about 300 students into the program, Excel program each year, and we offer these students an enhanced educational experience that improves their success in college, specifically in those STEM majors. The UCF Compass program was also funded by the National Science Foundation. The goal here was to increase the number of UCF STEM degree recipients by recruiting undecided students into a STEM major. The objective here is to recruit at least 100 undecided students into Compass program each year. We know not everyone is going to choose to continue with that STEM major, so we want to capture or keep about 75 of those students in the major declared in STEM through into their second semester, and then ideally retain at least 65% of those students to earn a STEM degree, which is about 20 percentage points over the national average of graduation in STEM. So what's really the difference between these two programs? I touched on it a little bit, but it's about the indecision level about in your major that you're going to pursue in college. So Compass students, the Compass program is for students who are unsure of which major or career that they want to pursue in college, but have an interest in looking into something in science, technology, engineering, and math, those STEM areas. Ideally would be strong or at least enjoy math and science, and are open to learning more about and really exploring the STEM careers through different opportunities. We talk about a spectrum of undecided. You can be all the way from undeclared, I don't have a clue, and that is perfectly fine with us, to the other end where I know I want to do engineering, I'm not sure which one. I know I want to be in a science, I'm not sure which field, maybe biology, maybe biomedical sciences. But anywhere along that spectrum, Compass will be able to assist you in your major selection process. And so Compass is here to guide you in determining, clarifying, or confirming your major, again, preferably in a STEM area. But we tailor the program to fit your needs. We have two pathways. The first pathway is for truly undecided students. Again, somewhere in that spectrum of I don't have a clue to I'm not sure which one. And those students will take a career planning class with us during their first semester. Pathway 2 is for students who are more recently declared in their STEM major. Maybe you applied to the university as a different major and you said, no, I think I want to do engineering, and you've made that quick change. Or even perhaps after you've attended orientation at the university, you've recently decided on a STEM major. The two pathways, again, pathway 1, as I mentioned, will take that career planning STEM explorations course. And this is going to give you exposure to science and engineering careers while helping you to clarify what your own strengths and interests are. And so we're going to spend some time in that class talking about who am I, some of your values and your interests and characteristics about yourself and what you're looking for in a position or in a major. Where am I going, and then how am I going to get there? And so we're going to work with you in a structured manner to move you through this process. In pathway 2, students take our STEM seminar sequence. These are 1 credit hour courses. You take STEM seminar 1 in the fall and 2 in the spring. These courses concentrate less on determining a major and more on helping you to confirm your career choice in the STEM field that you've chosen. And so we're going to do this by helping you, providing access to tools for establishing a strong academic foundation, as well as immersing you into the world of STEM here at UCF. So how about Excel? Who should apply for Excel? Excel is for students that there's never been any question and there is no other alternative to you. I know 100% or maybe 96% that I want to be in a STEM field, that this is where I belong. I'm not still contemplating between engineering and music or some different fields. I know I want to study in STEM. Ideally, as I mentioned, are strong or enjoy math and science, and are really more seeking confirmation in their major and support to make sure that they make it through the STEM degree successfully. The different majors that are involved in our programs are listed here. One of the things that all of these programs have in common is that they require a higher level of math, and that's at least Calculus 1 or higher. The only exception to that rule is information technology, and they do require our math for calculus class for that major. And so Excel and Compass really really are rooted in helping students be successful in their math courses. So you may be looking at this list and you say, well, I'm not seeing health sciences, that's STEM, or I'm not seeing digital media, that may be a STEM major. Yes, correct, those are defined as STEM majors by the university. However, they are not STEM majors that require that minimum of Calculus 1. In most of those majors, all you're going to need is a college algebra. And so you're really not needing the support that we're able to provide for you here in helping you be successful in those early math and science courses, because we know math is the place that most people are going to stumble. Excel and Compass have been very successful here at UCF, not because of what myself or Miss Evans do on a daily basis, but really because we are supported by the university and have been since the start of the programs back in 2006. The colleges of engineering, computer science, sciences, medicine, and optics and photonics all support the program, as well as the College of Community Innovation and Education, who provides some of the teaching assistance for what we do. We are housed within the division, the Excel and Compass program specifically, are housed within the Division of Student Learning and Academic Success. Compass students receive support from the Knights Major Exploration and Transition Center. Our faculty are trained by the Faculty Center for Teaching and Learning, and institutional knowledge management helps us collect all of our data. And of course, we would not be here with you this evening without our strong partnership within the Office of Undergraduate Admissions here at UCF. And so it really does take a village to help all of our students be successful in their STEM majors. And we are proud to be able to say that we have that support from the university to keep us all moving forward. Since the start of our programs, we've had over 5,000 students join Excel and Compass, and 25 administrators and 11 offices. But really, I already talked about the support that we have from those offices across campus. What I want to talk about here is the support that we have from our STEM faculty. We have 20 to 25 UCF STEM faculty that actually work with us teaching in our career planning, in our STEM seminar, and then in our math courses and science courses as well. But most important to us, we have over 120 STEM faculty who choose to mentor our students in undergraduate research during their second year of college. It's not a requirement for the program, but it is an optional to participate in that research. So what do we promise you within Excel and Compass? We're offering the opportunity to connect students, their faculty, and their disciplines through a learning community environment, which ultimately is going to lead to increased success of the students in their STEM disciplines. We do this by recruiting. The Excel program is solely for incoming freshmen. That does not mean freshmen in your number of hours. You can absolutely be a first-time in college student with an Associate of Arts degree earned while in high school. What this means for us is that we're recruiting first-time in college students directly from high school into the Excel program. In the Compass program, we do take transfer students into the undecided portion of the program. We also enhance those student STEM experiences through those first 2 years of college, and then we provide additional assistance during the junior and senior year. But the majority of the initiatives that we are implementing to help students be successful are in those first 2 years of college. And then lastly, we have to assess what we do, our recruitment, as well as our educational enhancement efforts, because this is how we prove that we do what we say we do to help students be successful in STEM. Here's just kind of a laundry list of the different activities that we do. I've talked about recruitment. I've mentioned those common courses, career planning and STEM seminar that students take in their first semester. In addition to those classes, all of our students take a common math class in their first semester, really throughout their first year. The only students that are in these math classes are Excel and Compass students, and so they're structured specifically for them. They are the same math classes that students would be taking if they were not in our program. But in addition to offering the cohort environment, we also offer hand-picked faculty and graduate student mentors, as well as learning assistants and tutors, which come free of charge to students participating in the program. We offer tutoring when we are live and in person at the Excel Compass Center, which is located in the heart of campus, and our Nike housing facility, which is where we have our block housing, which is offered to students as well. It is not a requirement for you to participate in our block housing to be part of the program, or that you live on campus at all. We do encourage you to do so. There are some real benefits to that. But students can actually live anywhere and still participate in the Excel and Compass programs. We offer advising. Ms. Evans is our primary advisor for the Excel Compass programs. And then, of course, we have strong connections with, if you were here a little bit earlier and met some of the college advisors, we have strong connections with them as well to make sure that students stay on track in their majors and keep moving forward as quickly as they would like to. We offer peer mentors through the program, through both Compass, through Excel and our GEMS, Girls Excelling in Math and Science Women's Peer Mentoring Program, and then also through our LLC, which is the Living Learning Community or the block housing portion of the program. I mentioned a couple of times that we offer the second year undergraduate research experiences, and then of course we're going to have some social activities throughout the year to keep everyone, to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to get to know one another. The way the program works, I mentioned in that first semester, you're taking career planning or STEM seminar, and then you take a math based on your math placement coming into the university, and then you're going to add into that general education courses and science classes required for your major. You continue this throughout the first year within the program, and then in your second year, you continue with your math if you still need math, and you can do that with the program or outside of the program, continuing with your science courses and other gen ed and slowly getting into your major, and then participating in our undergraduate research experience. For math courses in Excel and Compass, you can begin anywhere from college algebra through calculus 3 as part of the program. And we will work with you to make sure that you get the appropriate placement and the highest placement based on those math placement tests or dual enrollment or other types of college credit that you come in with. I mentioned earlier that the national STEM graduation rate is about 45%. This means that of those students starting in a STEM major, only 45% of them actually complete in a STEM major. Within the Excel Compass programs, this is part of the assessment we do to show that what we do works for students. You can see here, Excel is the blue graph lines, and our matched control or comparison group are the gray lines. When I talk about a matched comparison group, these are other students that are like the Excel students that chose not to participate in the program. They're matched on high school GPA, college GPA, majors, initial math placement. So it's a matched group. And you can see here that Excel has increased the graduation in STEM by 53% over the control group. We have, over the average of time, a six-year plus graduation rate of 52%. We don't have the most recent year added in here. We'll get that added in. But I can tell you that we are well above that 50% increase in graduation in STEM. So we do what we say we're going to do for students in helping them be successful in that STEM major. We've had over 900 students participate in our undergraduate research experience during the second year. Again, this is an optional opportunity. Not everyone chooses to do research, and that's okay. Those students who do participate in the second year have the opportunity to go on to some of our junior senior programs here at UCF, like the Ramp and McNair programs or Flip Path. And these are paid programs that students can participate in for multiple years, starting in their junior year. Ms. Evans and I are thrilled to be a part of this program and are always really excited about what we do on a daily basis. But what really excites us are the students and the students' success in our program. And so I want to just highlight a few of the students, and then I'll mention a couple of our latest ones that we hot off the press, haven't even added into the PowerPoint yet. Keon was one of our first students in the Excel program. He went through our undergraduate research, participated in Ramp McNair, graduated long ago in 2010 with a bachelor's in aerospace engineering, and went on to receive his master's degree through the accelerated program, and was awarded 2 graduate fellowships, which means he went on to do his PhD at the University of Washington in aerospace engineering, and it did not cost him a dime. Through these national awards that he received, he was able to pay for his graduate experience in full. We are thrilled that he graduated with his PhD in the summer of 2019, and Keon frequently comes back to campus, now a little more virtual than actual in person, and visits with our students and talks about his success as a student through the Excel and Ramp McNair programs. Ms. Whitney Keith graduated in 2012 in electrical engineering. She also completed our undergraduate research experience doing research with a math professor who was also teaching our math cohort classes at the time. She is one of 3 students in the Excel program who have received the National Astronaut Scholarship, which is only awarded to a handful of exceptional students each year. She is currently employed with Ford Motor Company, and I probably need to change her name. I spoke to her just last week. She is married. She has a son who's about a year old, and I got to catch up with her as she spoke at one of our women's panel events that we hosted last week with the Society of Women Engineers. And so we're really proud of her and all that she's done as a representative at Ford Motor. Daniela Badal graduated in spring of 2002 in biomedical sciences. Daniela took a slightly different path. She participated in the undergraduate research, but she only did that for 1 semester and said it was a great experience, but I want to do other things. And so Daniela was one of our inaugural mentors in our women's mentoring program, Girls Excelling in Math and Science. And so all women that participate in Excel have the opportunity to receive a GEMS mentor during their first year. Daniela was able to go on and complete her Doctor of Pharmacy at the UF Pharmacy School at Lake Nona, and has completed her residency and is currently practicing in her field. And we're really excited for her to be out there doing great things. Joe Schleppe, one of our more recent graduates, took the entrepreneurial track. And so he participated in undergraduate research and then went through Blackstone Entrepreneurship Program and graduated in 2018 in electrical engineering, and immediately started his own company where he is owner and CEO of Capacitech Energy. Joe comes back each semester in the fall, each fall, and actually speaks with our students about entrepreneurship and all of the benefits that this would provide to students during their time here at UCF. So that's a lot of talking. I want to really quickly talk about who should apply to the program. Again, for Excel, we're looking for high school seniors. Compass will take transfer students. You have an interest in STEM or are declared in a STEM major. You like math or science, that's always a positive because you're going to do a lot of it. You're scoring at least a 500 math SAT or ACT 20 math score. you're looking for that additional support through a learning community environment, people that are just here to make sure that you are successful in that STEM major. Ideally, you will have through trigonometry in your mathematics if you want to come into Excel or Compass. But in all honesty, um, what we encourage you to do is just go as high as you can in your high school mathematics. And then you'll take the placement test here at UCF to determine your eligibility. If you are Compass and you have some, it would be for students who have some indecision in their major and want to learn more about who you are, your interests and your values, and need some assistance to make that career decision, then that is the place that you want to be. And of course, everyone who is looking for a successful, moving on to a successful STEM career could benefit from the Excel Compass program. The last thing I will say is you do have to be admitted to UCF. You do not have to be admitted to UCF to apply to Excel and Compass, but we will not make a decision on your application until we know that you are admitted to the university as well. If you are interested in applying, you can see here our websites, as well as if you have additional questions, Ms. Evans and I are thrilled to answer those via email if you don't, if you remember something after this evening. But at this time, I'll turn things over. Luke or Sarah, Sarah may have been keeping up with the chat there, but if there are any questions for us, we are thrilled to answer them at this time.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Dagley, we got a couple questions. Maybe you can just reiterate really fast about where, again, students can find the applications for your program. They're on your website for Compass?
Correct. Absolutely. So either of the websites that are listed here for the Compass program or the Excel program, and on the Compass site, there is a button that says apply, and you click there and it will take you to the application. The one thing that I will let you know is that it's the same application. Okay. So you cannot apply for both programs. You're applying for one of them. And what will happen is we will review your application and we will look at that and we will determine kind of where we think is the best fit for you. We can always move you between programs. That's not a problem. But there's only one application. Don't be looking to try to apply to both of them. We will consider you for both programs with the one application.
And I know Sarah answered this question, but we got it a couple times, so we'll just kind of address it again. For students that have higher than Calculus 1, are they still able to participate in the program if they are coming in with either credit for Calculus 2 or maybe even trying to get into Cal 3 their first semester?
Great question. So the classes that we offer all the way through Calculus 3. So if you are coming in your first semester and you are ready to walk into Calc 3, then yes, you could be part of our program taking Calculus 3 in the fall semester. And then in the spring, what would happen is you would just move on to the regular math department section of differential equations if your major required you to go higher than that. The only caveat I will say to all of that would be for certain majors have lower levels of requirements. So for example, biology and biomedical science only require Calculus 1. If you already have credit for Calculus 1 and you are choosing to be a biology or a biomedical sciences major, then you're really done with your math. And so we're not going to be able to offer you a lot of assistance. And so you would not be eligible if you were biology or biomedical sciences and already have Calc 1 completed.
Another question we received was, can I apply for the Excel Compass program and the Burnett Honors College, or can I only do one of those programs?
Great question. So we would tell you, go right ahead, apply for both. So with the Excel Compass programs, we do not limit your application to any other program on campus. So if you are part of honors or lead scholars, the marching band, ROTC, it doesn't matter. We're not going to limit your application or your participation in our program based on those types of things. The only program that will remove you from participation in Excel Compass is that if you're accepted to the Learn program. And the Learn program, which is another wonderful STEM program that we have here on campus that is geared specifically to research, they do require that students only participate in their program. And so if you were a member of Learn, you would not be able to be a member of the other programs.
Another great question we received was, are students in the Excel program with majors that are evenly distributed across all the STEM field, or is there a more common major for students in your programs?
Okay, so I will tell you that we are about 60% engineering, computer science, and optics and photonics, and about 40% evenly split between the sciences and biomedical sciences, biotechnology. And that is reflective of the university. If you look at the STEM majors here at UCF and you look at the total population of the calculus-based STEM majors, you will see that about 70% of those majors and the numbers, the total student count, falls within the College of Engineering Computer Science. And the remainder fall within the College of Sciences and the College of Medicine, or the Burnett School of Biomedical Sciences. So we are reflective of the university, but there are definitely a larger percentage, 60% typically, that come from engineering computer science. But we are very proud to say that we serve all students equally, even though the majority may be in engineering and computer science.
And just to reiterate again, because we got this question from somebody else, if they already are coming in with Calculus 3 credit, they are not eligible for the Compass Excel program, unfortunately, correct?
Right. Unfortunately, yes, that is it. I mean, kudos to you. Congratulations. We're going to give you all the kudos in the world, but yes, you really are beyond how we can help you in being successful in that math. We would love to be able to offer differential equations as one of our courses, but we don't have all the resources that we would need to be able to move on up the chain in those upper division courses. So we have to stop at Calculus 3.
Yeah. Another question was, if a student is wanting to major in actuarial science, is that considered a major that is eligible for the Compass Excel program?
Absolutely. Actuarial science is part of the statistics department and is considered, it's a statistics degree as well. And so I think in actuarial sciences, you're required to go through at least Calculus 3, if not differential equations. And you could absolutely be a member of the program.
Another question we got was about the living learning community for Excel Compass. They were curious that if they've applied, does that mean that they are and accepted into Excel Compass? Does that mean that they have to live in the living learning community on campus for that area?
Okay, good question. So Excel Compass wants to make sure that anyone who is interested in participating in the program has the opportunity to participate in the program. And therefore, we do not limit where you live. So we do not require you to live in our living learning community. We do not require you to live on campus. We have students that commute from across the street, from across town, or an hour away. And so we want to make sure that everyone gets the opportunity to participate in the program. And we only have, in our living learning community, we only have about 108 beds, and we have up to 400 people in the program. So not everyone lives on campus with us.
Yeah. Can students participate in the program if they don't apply for the fall cohort? So let's say they go ahead and again for the fall semester and they realize they may benefit for the program. Is there an opportunity for lateral admission to the program the following spring semester or beyond?
That is a great question, and the answer is no. You need to, if you want to be in the program, you need to apply to be in the program as you enter into the university. And so we only take summer and fall admitted students. Obviously, we had an exception this year because some students chose to remain remote for fall semester and joined us in the spring. And so we made exceptions for this year. But typically, no, you have to be a summer or fall admit and join the program and start with the program from the very beginning. And the reason for that is because we want to make sure that you are getting off on the right foot in your STEM major and that you are hitting the ground running from day one and you have our support to do that. You know, if you are a STEM major and you're required to take math, then you need to be in that math. If you're required to take sciences, you need to be in those sciences. And so we want to make sure that you are on track in your major from the very beginning. And starting in the spring, we're not able to assist you in that process.
Remind people again, when is the exact deadline for students to apply?
Okay, you can apply through May the 1st. We are, however, a first come, first serve program, which means that if we fill up before May the 1st, then we may stop taking applications. Now, I'm going to say you don't have to worry about that. We usually are still, though we may have our number of applications by May 1st, we still have a couple of people who are providing us with math placement scores or dual enrollment grades, those types of things. But May the 1st is the last day that you can apply to the program.
And another question we received was, how many Excel and Compass students are in the program each year?
So there are a total of 400. We take 300 students into the Excel program and 100 students into the Compass program to participate in the career planning class. I will also say, Sarah and I are pushovers, and so we will take more than 400 students on occasion. So if we accept 450 and 420 say they want to come in, then we'll take the 420 and we'll give them a chance to participate as well.
We received a question about if Compass Excel students get any sort of benefit like priority registration.
Okay. So our students, you get a couple of different benefits through this process. Like I mentioned, there's free tutoring in your math and science courses, really for as long as you're a student at UCF. But really when you're going to need that is in the first couple of years. And so we have that free tutoring available to you. We offer a guaranteed seat in your math courses for your first year. And so there's no, oh, the classes are full, I can't get in. We guarantee you a seat in that math course, whichever level you come in, college algebra through calculus 3, in the fall and spring semesters. And we do have priority registration for spring term. So like I said, we register you for your classes for fall. And then when you go to register in fall for the spring semester, you do have priority registration. And so you get to register starting the first day of registration.
And how many students are in Excel math classes that are taught? What's a class size for that?
Okay. So our math class sizes follow the standards of the university, but they're typically a little smaller than the university classes. And here's what I mean by that. All Calculus 1 classes at the university are taught in a large lecture format. And so we have to teach our classes in a large lecture format as well. However, the university's large lecture format is 450 people. Our Calculus 1 usually has about 200. In addition to having an instructor for those 200 people, there are also 2 graduate assistants and 6 learning assistants, as well as all of the tutors that are available for you in our center. So even though there are 200 people in the class, for the large lecture Calculus 1, you have a lot of help in the class, a lot of assistance. And then we also offer recitations associated with all of our classes, which are smaller lecture problem solving sessions. And those usually have anywhere from 35 to 45 students in them.
Oh, great.
Our college algebra is smaller. It's probably 50 to 60 students total. And our Calculus 2 and Calculus 3 courses are the same size as the university, which are capped at 49 people. And again, we're usually a little smaller. We'll usually have 35 to 40 in our sections.
Is there an additional charge to participate in the Compass Excel program?
No. So there's no application fee and there's no charge to be a part of the program. The only thing that you will be paying for that's part of the program would be your courses. And you're going to be taking a math course anyway. And if you're undecided, the career planning class is really going to help you in making that decision a little bit quicker. And so you're not exploring by taking a lot of different classes. So really the only cost to you are your courses. And you'd be taking those anyway. So.
Oh, well, great. Well, I think that kind of wraps up our evening then. We appreciate everybody for coming and participating, especially Dr. Dagley and Sarah for their contributions. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about their offerings. And again, if you want more information about that, please feel free to go directly to their website then. Now, tomorrow we will pick back up at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be Zooming our webinar live again. We'll include a couple different things. We'll have another advising panel for the College of Health Professions and Sciences, the College of Medicine, Nursing, and the Knights Major Exploration Center as well. We'll also have presentations from both our honors and lead scholars programs, and then also give you the opportunity to hear from some current students in the parent panel as well, which is always one of our most featured programs. We always get a lot of great feedback on that. Thank you for joining tonight, and we hope to see you again tomorrow at 4:30.